What's up, YouTube? Jeff, your Style OG. And on today's video, I'm going to share with you my guide on how your button-up shirt should fit. If you're new to the channel, we release a new video every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern, discussing various men's lifestyle topics such as style, grooming, and dating. I invite you to subscribe, tap that notification bell, and join us. And to my returning friends like Luis Zamora, salute. Now, whether it's from this channel or any other resource you get your style guides from, you're always going to hear the mantra, fit is king. And that applies to every piece of clothing you rock, including your button-up shirts. Now, when I'm talking about button-up shirts, I'm talking about more of a casual button-up shirt that you tuck in or wear untucked. I'm going to give you my guide on the several areas you need to take a look at to make sure that button-up shirt has the best fit possible. So without any further delay, let's hop right into it. Now, the first area I want you to pay attention to make sure you have the right fit is the shoulders. If it doesn't fit in the shoulders, put it back. Now, there's an easy reference to make sure it fits right in the shoulders. Take a look at the shoulder seam. You want it to fall right about at the edge of your shoulder bone, as I'm illustrating here. That's a good fit. If the shoulder seam falls higher than that, the shirt's too small. If it falls lower than that, the shirt's too big. Next up, let's talk about how that shirt should fit when it comes to your sleeves. Now, when it comes to the fit of the sleeves, you want the shirt to fit well around your sleeves, but you don't want it to restrict your natural movement. If it does, it's too tight. A good guide to know if you have a good fit in the sleeves, you want to be able to pinch about 1 inch or 1.5 inches at the bicep area. Too much less than that, the shirt is too tight. Too much more than that, the shirt is too baggy. Now let's get into the length of your sleeves. You don't want your sleeves to be too short or too long naturally. A good guide is to check out where the shirt cuff falls. You want it to fall right about at the base of your thumb. That's a great length for your button-up shirt sleeve. Now let's talk about the fit of your shirt in your torso or body area. When it comes to your button-up shirt, you want it to lay nicely against your torso. You want it to slightly graze your torso. A good guide to know if you have the right fit in the body, pinch the fabric at the side of the shirt. You should be able to pinch between about 1 inch to 3 inches. Anything more than that, too loose. Anything less than that, too tight. Now we're going to talk about an underrated area of your shirt when it comes to fit. You also want to pay attention to where the armholes lie. An old school traditional too boxy shirt, the armholes would fall too low. For a more stylish modern look, you want the armholes to come a little higher. A good guide to know if your armholes are too low, stand with your arms to the side and raise one arm about 45 degrees. Your shirt hem should raise no more than 1 inch. If you notice your shirt hem raising more than 1 inch, your armholes are too low. Now let's get into an area a lot of guys get wrong when it comes to your button-up shirts. That's the length of your shirt, especially if you want to wear it untucked. Now, a button-up shirt or a shirt you're gonna wear more casually should be shorter than a traditional dress shirt. If you wanna make sure you have the right length to wear your shirt untucked, here's a good guide. You want your shirt to fall about mid-crotch or so. It can fall a little bit higher or a little bit lower, but I wouldn't go any higher than 1 inch above mid-crotch or any lower than 1 inch below mid-crotch. A higher than 1 inch above mid-crotch, the shirt's too short. Lower than 1 inch below mid-crotch, the shirt is too long to be worn untucked. Now, another area I want you to pay attention to will help make sure the shirt isn't too big. Make sure the collar of your shirt lays nicely against the base of your neck. Your shirt collar should fit nicely against the base of your neck, and you don't want any noticeable gapping between your neck and the shirt collar. If you do, it's too big. To make sure you have a good, comfortable fit with the shirt collar, you should be able to fit about a finger or two in between. Anything less, it's too tight. Anything more, it's too loose. Now, let me give you a quick way to know if your shirt's a little too tight. Here's what you want to pay attention to. When you're standing still, the buttons shouldn't pull. If your buttons pull while you're standing still, the shirt is too tight. Now, it's okay for the buttons to pull a little bit while you're moving. That's natural. But if they pull while you're standing completely still, the shirt's too tight. Now, to get the right fit on your shirt, I also want you to pay attention to your cuff. You want the cuff to fit comfortably around your wrist. You don't want too much noticeable gapping, but you also don't want the cuff to restrict your movement. A good rule of thumb to make sure your cuff is fitting well, you should be able to fit a finger or two underneath. Anything less is too tight, and of course, anything more, it might be too loose. Now, as I mentioned, when it comes to style, fit is king, and that includes every item in your wardrobe, including your favorite button-up shirt. If you pay attention to the areas we talked about in today's video, you'll be well on your way to having the perfect fit for a button-up shirt.